y'all, and welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're having an amazing week so far. We're going to be reading from our little book, Hold Me Up a Little Longer, Lord, by Marjorie Holmes. For me, it's on page 54, and the title is Fortify Me with Memories. So let's just see how the Lord's going to talk to us today. Sometimes life seems almost too wonderful, Lord. My husband's arms around me, a new baby kitten soft on my shoulder, a son, after all that trouble, is turning into a bright and handsome boy, a daughter who's witty and lovely, a new puppy to be gathered around and adored, friends calling their good nights after an unusually happy party, a moment of rare understanding with another friend on the phone, an hour of high excitement when the mailman brings wonderful news. There are times when all of these things seem to shout and sing within me, Lord, to merge into something almost too beautiful, like a sunset or a symphony, fused into some instant or hour of perfection. At times I can scarcely bear it. Lord, this beauty, this benediction. Oh, help me to remember it, please. When the baby screams all night with colic, when the pup throws up on the kitchen floor, when my husband is cross and discouraged, when the son fails me and the daughter becomes a blind fury against me. Gird me with the shining moments, God. Fortify me with memories. Help me to realize during the pain and the petulance and the anguish that life is truly wonderful, Lord, and it takes the grim moments to enhance the ecstasy. Well, I definitely know what she's talking about. It's like I catch myself sometimes when everything's kind of going good. Nothing bad's happening, nothing negative's happening. I'm like, oh, where's it going to be? When's it going to be? And I don't want to be that way, but human nature just tells us life can't be perfect all the time, right? And thank God that we have memories. I know that memories can, for some, be not a pleasant thing. But for some, all we have is our memories right now, Maybe you've lost someone that you no longer have with you, but you have the wonderful memories that you had with them. Maybe you just like to reminisce and remember what it was like when you were growing up and going to grandma's house and smelling the fresh baked cookies or, the Christmases and the holidays. Memories can be a wonderful, wonderful gift. They can also be a painful gift, and I say that because they can help remind us of where we once was and where we're at now. Maybe we were in a bad situation before, but through the grace of God and much prayer and fasting and keeping the faith and just going on anyway, we can see where we're at now, and it's a good place. So memories are kind of that little tricky thing. It can for some be a good thing and for some be a painful thing. But I'm so grateful that we have them. I am so thankful for the memories of just what I'm able to remember. There's so much of my life, and I don't know why, but there's so much of my life I don't remember. It's almost like it's a block, and it's just like I can only remember tiny bits and pieces here and there. And maybe that's the way the Lord is protecting me, because if I was able to remember what I can't remember, it might be very painful and not benefit me, to relive that. I don't know. I truly can't remember. But I am so thankful that I'm able to look back and see just how far I've came in the Lord. Just where He's brought me from to where I am today. And that is such a great gift. If we don't use our memories for any other reason but that, to just look back and see where the Lord has brought us from. Because the Lord has really brought me a very, very long way. And I can look back and see how in times when I wanted no part of Him, I didn't want to talk to Him, I didn't want Him in my life, because I knew where I was at and what I was doing was not pleasing to God, and it was not of God, and I didn't want to bring Him into my situation because He's God and He's holy and He's pure, and I was far from that. But I can still see how even in those times He had His hand on me and He kept me. And to me, that is just a beautiful, beautiful part of having memories. And I can see how God has brought even just James and I in our relationship and our marriage, where we started out and where we're at today. And it's just been such a beautiful transition. Was it painless? Absolutely not. You know, there is some pain in growing. There's some pain. We have growing pains in everything. We have growing pains in our bodies as we're growing. We have growing pains in our pregnancy as we're growing another human. We have growing pains in our relationship with God. And I look back and I can see where God has brought me from, how far I've progressed. And that is a beautiful thing. And memories is a gift, I truly believe, from the Lord, that we're able to look back and remember lessons learned, things we've went through, and just to see where He's brought us from, and to see how even when we didn't feel Him, even when we didn't really talk to Him, even when we wasn't in good standing with Him, maybe we weren't in a committed relationship with Him, we can still see how He had His hand on us. And that is a beautiful, beautiful gift. And I'm thankful for those memories, especially when you're going through some trying times, when you're going through the test, when you're going through an uncomfortable period of growing. We can look back and see it's all going to be okay. You know, this won't last forever. You know, you may be crying at night, but joy comes in the morning, you know, and I'm so thankful for that. God is so good to us, y'all. He is so good to us. And as negative and as trying as times sometimes can be, He is still amazing God, and He is a wonderful God. And all we have to do is reach out to Him and pray. Now, when we pray, when we're going through trying times or we're going through those growing pains, that does not mean that He is just going to come down and just fix the problem and it's just going to go away. That does not mean that. But I do believe through our prayer and our relationship with God, He gives us everything that we need to endure and succeed and come through a better person. That's my belief. That's been my experience. So this was a good one. Fortify me with memories, Lord. Yes, when I'm going through things, let me remember. And I've said it before, when you're going through trials, I ask the Lord to bring back to remembrance things prayed for, prayers He's already answered, very similar to maybe what you're praying for now, to bring back to our remembrance. And He does that. And the painful memories, they can be a lesson too. They can really teach us some things as well if we let it be used that way. If we don't let them be used by the devil to destroy us and to just beat us down. But if we let the Lord use our painful memories to help continue to grow and strengthen us, then they can be a blessing as well. I hope that makes sense. Thank y'all so much for being here. I love y'all. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and you just continue to drink from your saucer, because that cup is flowing over with blessings. I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.